Hi, welcome to My Competitors, and this time we're going to look at something a little bit different. It's creation of a club. In this case here, we're going to look at this little icon up here, which is create a club from a public website. When you see it looks at the URL, is required to do it. So in this case here, I've got an example website that's created from the app, that's actually created from within the app, and I've uploaded it, and I'm going to now go and create a club for it. So I go in there and I copy the URL. Now this may be a two-step process to get all the information, but I'll show you that right now. And then says, go and find that. If it's an association with multiple sites and locations, you'll see down the bottom here, it says, do I want to include all my other associations? So this was an association and it's got its location. It's pulled all the data from the web and I want to actually include them. So once when I do that, I can say, all right, let's go and create the clubs. And you'll see up here, it's now telling you what it's doing. It's fetching, it's fetching, it's fetching, it's fetching, it's fetching, it's fetching, it's fetching. Why I say it's a two-step process, because it won't necessarily get all the locations for the lower level clubs. So if I look now down here at one of the clubs, let's find the one that I want to look at. Doesn't matter. So it's created all these clubs. I'll go back this way and you can see that they're now appearing here. If I go in this one here and I look at locations, it's got one location and it's got the timetable imported. So it's done that for that club. And when I look at that, this is the flyer that I can create, or the website that I'll create. I can look at it as two different ways for a date and time, and I can have it, show in map and go and show in map. These are real locations, or I can show both on my flyers and websites. And it will also bring in, if it's got it, the trainers, instructors, and it'll have their profile. So I click on a profile and it'll show me what their profiles are. So if I was looking at a real website and your website had on there that you had the sensei, coach, whatever way you want to call it, it should actually pull that in. And that's what it does. So I don't need to manually go and create it. It won't necessarily create all the information for every single part of it. Depends on your website, depends on your website security, whether it's got bot security, whether it's got Cloudflare security. But this can create it. And from once when I've got it, I can then have a look and say, all right, what do I want to look at? I can look at creating, for example, my branding, change my logo, it brings it down. I can create my club flyers. You can see here, I've just shown you, I want to add different branding. If I've got an association branding that's different to the club, as part of, I can show item details. I can turn things on and off, include street map, include where am I map. I haven't got those added there because they're not added in to the part down here. Include the weather if I want to add the weather. If I want to add any schedules or I don't want any schedules, you'll see they all disappear. And this is how quickly you can add things. Include a holiday program if you want to include footers. So these are type of things. Staff flyer is slightly different. That's where you create a hierarchical tree. Think of a normal thing. We've seen trainers and instructors, executive committees, etc., because that's where I say some of these come from. And then you go to your website and you can actually build your website for a club, and it goes to the website builder. And there's my website. And if I widen this up and make it full screen, probably would be better. So you can see it. There's my website builder, what it will look like with the multiple instructors. I can go in there and say, don't include instructors. They've got down here which ones I want to include or don't include as part of it. And I can then go and say, I can edit directly from here and it'll take me to the relevant site part of it, go back and do this very, very quickly. So I've added some nice little pictures, what those are, use the map, get Google Maps, and session times, etc. And these are all, once again, turn on and off on the left-hand pane, and you can see things disappear. Show the weekly grids, yes, or I want the session times as a straight session times, or I want both, and it will redraw on the fly. Most of these things work exactly the same, but that's how you can create your report. They're saying that's what it looks like. And if I want to edit that, it will take me into my locations bit, and it'll say, yeah, you go and edit your location. Anyway, that's how you can create it from your website. It gives you a lot of the information if it can actually seed it and scrape it from that website. But that's all I want to show you. So have a great time.